Hey everyone, welcome back. This is another pick a card reading. If you're not familiar with pick a card readings, essentially I have three items in front of you. You're going to look at the group or pile, and whatever one calls to you, you're going to go to that timestamp that's listed in the description, and that'll be your cards. I have not pre-shuffled. I have not looked at the cards or the tarot decks that I'll be using, so this is going to be completely intuitive, 100%. So the first pile or group that I have is the Chameleon with the Smokey Quartz bracelet, the Amber Heart with the Blue Flash Moonstone bracelet, and the Obsidian Arrowhead with the Quartz and Tourmaline bracelet. So take a moment, look and see which pile calls to you. I'll throw a picture up in the video as well if you need more time, and then I'll see you at your reading. Bye. All right, group one, welcome to your reading. If you chose group one, you chose the Smokey Quartz bracelet and the Chameleon totem. So the Chameleon totem, obviously blending into the background, but also warning colors and standing out. Brief symbolism there. The energy card that I did pre-draw for you is Virgo. Now this may not be your sign, it may not be your moon, it may not be your rising, it may not be your sun, but this is just the energy that is being drawn toward you or that you're radiating at the moment. So essentially what this card means is I analyze. You have to think of what can be ignored at this point and what must be attended to. A word of caution that overanalyzing can lead you to being overly critical, so be aware that that is something that is a potential for you right now. So the card that we're going to use is going to be the Tarot Black and Gold edition based on the Rider-Waite deck. What does group one need to know? What is group one? So the first card that we have is going to be the Knight of Cups reversed. Second card we have is the Six of Cups reversed, and I apologize, it's a little hard to see. Next we have the King of Wands. There we go. Next we have the Eight of Wands, followed by the Emperor. Let's see if you can see it much better. So right away I'm getting that you're not in your emotions at this moment. You're definitely focused on different opportunities that are around you or that have been placed in front of you. Emotions are a low priority, or the emotional aspect of your existence is on a low priority right now. You are mostly focused with, all this wand energy to me, this is seeking of knowledge and analyzing a situation and trying to make almost like a logical, tactical strategy. Big time. And you're at the point where you think you have everything that you need in order to launch your idea into action. And that may be true, and there's nothing absolutely wrong with that. You're in a position to where whatever you put your mind to, you're gonna be successful. And these arrows are in flight. So that energy, that potential energy has been released into kinetic energy. And you're sitting on your throne and you're confident with that, with the Emperor card. So this is definitely professional career related. Again, emotions aren't high on your list right now. Let's do a clarifier for the reverse Knight of Cups. Is this, can you clarify the Knight of Cups? Is this romantic connection? Clarify the Knight of Cups. Okay. So we've got the Hermit and we've got the Five of Pentacles reversed. So this is telling me that Five of Pentacles reversed and the Hermit. Because these are both reversed, definitely you've withdrawn yourself from the emotional connection in your relationship. And this may be long-term, this may be new, but you've definitely retreated because you are more focused on the professional and career-minded aspects of the path that you're taking right now. So again, emotions really aren't high on your list of priorities at the moment, and that could leave your partner feeling, feeling neglect at some point. I'm not really picking up on their energy. This is definitely more your energy. In regards to the Six of Cups, you want to choose one, and while your partner is trying to help, you're really more focused on the decision that you're going to make, because in your mind, in the end, this is your business. This is your opportunity. And while you may listen to what they say, you know you best, and you're going to make the decision you want to make. The World reversed for the King of Wands. So, and I just dropped a card. I'm so sorry. Another one came out. So for the World reversed, clarifying the King of Wands, I feel that you have the potential to have everything that you want in your hands. And I think with that Virgo energy, with your tendency to overanalyze or to be overly critical, you need to take a step back and you need to relinquish a little bit of that control. There's nothing wrong with emotion, allowing emotion to have a say in your life. I mean, if everything were cold and logical and analytical, it would be a harsher existence. And while I'm not saying that you're not on the right path, because obviously you are, because there is absolutely success here. You just need to make sure and be careful that you're doing the best for all parties. If you're in a relationship, a long-term relationship with a partner, then they're going to be a part of this professional advancement as well, and they should have a legitimate say in their involvement in it. And they are going to be involved to some extent, whether it is just standing by you, supporting you, picking up extra burdens in the home, even helping out in this new endeavor. So the Three of Swords popped out. There could be help coming in from this endeavor from another quarter that may cause a little strife within this connection of your relationship, especially if you've pulled away, and then you have someone who's coming in to help, and they're, awesome, and they share your vision, and they are, supporting you 100%, and they're not asking anything emotionally. It would be seductive of you to rely on them more, shutting out your current partner. And that is definitely something that you want to avoid. And it may not seem like a big deal to you, but for someone who's being shut out in the cold emotionally, it's definitely a big deal. And that could lead to further separations, like emotional withdrawal along the way. So again, the key phrases for this is what can be ignored and what must be attended to. And that's just not in a professional endeavor. You could have it all. You could have the balance, and you can have the home life and the professional life and the satisfaction of a job well done and a happy home. But you have to relinquish a little bit of that control, and you have to avoid being overly critical and over analyzing situations. And watch out for third-party energy. If it's not something that you want or you don't think can happen to you, I mean, energy is energy, and when you find someone whose energy is so compatible and melds with yours that it's easy to fall into a sort of passive complacency, if that makes sense. I'm going to draw one clarifying card for the Emperor. Knight of Swords. So this is just a caution to, and it's reversed. This is just a caution to don't charge in full speed. I mean, the success is there. The plan has been put into action. But you want to make sure that while you're not overanalyzing the situation, that you, and this is definitely overanalyzing the situation because it's reversed. Typically when it is upright, he's going in without the full knowledge of what needs to be done. He's just rushing in, sword drawn, ready to just start hacking out bodies left and right. But because it came up reverse, again, this is a reminder of the danger of overanalyzing the situation. Like, you have a plan, okay? You have a plan, the King of Wands. You've thought this through. You're sitting in your power and you're ready to act. You've already released that information, or that you've already launched that idea or that plan for whatever new endeavor you are setting out to. Like, it's there, it's going to happen. And the Emperor tells me that it's going to be successful and that you're sitting completely in your power, but you have to balance the analytical aspect with the emotional aspect of everything. And you don't want to overanalyze the situation of what everything means, or, you know, just nitpick everything to death. Sometimes you have to let your emotions lead. You have to look at everything that's around you with the Six of Cups and take everything in and have a healthy balance. I think that is the majority of what this reading is saying, is just have a healthy balance of emotion and logic. You'll definitely succeed a lot faster and a lot farther if you find that balance, instead of relying too heavily onto one, you know, either the heart or the head type deal. I'm going to pull some oracle cards. These are the Moonology oracle cards. I've got the end of a cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. Believe in the impossible. And your commitment is being tested. So the end of a cycle is approaching. I think this speaks professionally. I'm getting the feeling that this definitely speaks of one end of a career, because, you know, Capricorn, full moon in Capricorn, Caps are nose to the grindstone, hard workers, known for their strong work ethic. So the end of a cycle is approaching. This tells me that it's about work. You're ready to start, you know, and this goes back to the Eight of Wands, that the action for this new endeavor has being launched. So the end of a tough cycle approaches means the beginning of a new one. Believe in the impossible. I think you're a little scared about the success of the project that you're trying to launch. You don't know if everything is going to line up perfectly, or line up the way it needs to, or line up the way you want to. We just had a blue moon on Halloween. A blue moon means that there's 2 full moons within the same calendar month. And so believe in the impossible. I mean, it's a blue moon on Halloween. I mean, so much energy is going in there, and this is just a positive sign. Your commitment is being tested. I feel this is definitely related to your relationship. Again, even though this third party energy is definitely more aligned along the work side of you, it's testing your potential relationship. Or your current relationship right here. And so it could be the commitment that's being tested is the commitment to even maintaining a relationship at this moment. And there may be I don't know what the status of that relationship is. I haven't looked in any of the relationship cards in regards to the other person. I'm just saying that at this time, you may be experiencing doubts. You may be overanalyzing that situation, as well as how that is going to play into the professional aspect. And so that's something to be aware of. And you need to, again, find that balance between the heart and the head and decide what is going to be best for all parties involved. And you have to take into account the feelings and emotions and logical questions of your partner or your person as well. Let's draw one more. I feel like I need to draw one more. One more, please. Okay. Your hard work is paying off. So again, new moon in Capricorn. New moons are the new starts of a new cycle. The card, a tough cycle is ending, a new cycle is beginning. Your hard work is paying off. Again, this tells me, you know, this goes back to the 8 of Wands and the Emperor card. All that pre-planning and work you put into this new endeavor is paying off, and you're going to start seeing results. Believe in the impossible. Don't be scared of failing, because I don't think you're going to fail. I think you're going to succeed farther beyond your wildest dreams. You know, there may be some sacrifices along the way, but that's normal. Just be sure that, you know, you sacrifice what you truly need to sacrifice. Remember what can be ignored and what must be attended to. Those are the two crucial reminders for this reading. What can be ignored and what must be attended to, and that can apply to several different aspects, whether it's your personal connections, your professional path, stuff like that. I want to do a couple of star seeds because I really like these. Freedom. Follow your heart and nurture your soul with love and freedom to grow. Ascension. Your self is evolving to a higher state of consciousness. I'm sorry, your soul. You are ready for this. One more, please. Gratitude. Universal love shines through the miracles of life all around you. So I think overall that's a definitely a positive reading. And I don't want you to be scared about the relationship stuff in regards. I think knowledge is power. Thanks, G.I. Joe. And I think you've got this. You've got a good head on your shoulders. And I think you're aware of your tendency to overanalyze and your tendency to emotionally shut down so you can focus on the logical stuff that needs the heavier brain work. I'm not saying that emotion is not as heavy, because we all know emotions can physically impact us, whether making us feel euphoric or making us, you know, puke up our guts when we're upset. So I'm not saying that it's less mental power for you to focus on emotions. I'm saying it's a different sort of exertion required in regards to handling that. So that is your reading for group 1. I know it was a short one, and I know it's been a while, but thank you so much for checking it out. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or queries, feel free to leave them down below. I love feedback, and I hope you come back and chat with me soon. Have a great one. Bye. Hey, group 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose group 2, you chose the Blue Flash Moonstone and the Amber Heart. I will go ahead and leave in the description what the Amber Heart symbolism is, metaphysically speaking, and what it does for us magically. So I did draw an energy card for you guys. The card energy that I drew is Aquarius. Now, this doesn't mean that you are an Aquarius yourself, although you could be, or that it's in your rising sign or your moon sign. It's just, this is the energy that you're drawn to, or that you're radiating out, or that's coming towards you. So Aquarius. I am going to use which deck? I feel drawn to the Lover's Path deck, and it could be because of the heart. That's okay. So let's see. What does group 2 need to know? First card we got was the 10 of Arrows reversed. Oh. Strength, Eight of Coins, Three of Cups reversed, Two of Staves. Okay. So for Aquarius, the two words for Aquarius are I know. For this, you want to ask who has the information you need. And the warning is to avoid being distant and cold. The 10 of Arrows reversed, Strength reversed, 8 of Coins reversed, 3 of Cups, 2 of Staves. So you're in a holding pattern right now. There's no forward movement in your romantic connection. I feel you guys are in separation, so there's no real contact there. There's no forward movement. It's kind of like a stasis. Everything you're feeling is very internalized at the moment, and you're not sharing a lot of that information or a lot of that feeling out. You may have withdrawn from family and friends as well. I don't know. Okay. 4 of Arrows. Princess of Cups. Illusion. Okay. One more, please. One more. So, again, there's definitely some stagnation movement. It's almost like you don't know where to go from the point you're at. You don't know how to move forward the connection with your person. I feel that you are not in a relationship with this person. I feel that you want to be. But there's definitely a stagnation. There's a lack of a spark. That hasn't been ignited yet, and the potential is there, especially with the 4 of Staves, because upright, that's almost like a wedding ceremony, right? But it's upside down. Your Princess of Cups, your person is still figuring out their emotions as well, and they're just now coming to the realization that there's something there between you, but they're worried about that you don't see them how they really are, and maybe you see them with rose-colored glasses, or you see them, just on what they post on social media, which is what I'm getting with this one. And they're worried that they're not like that in real life, and they're worried that they're worried about what they can offer this connection, and they're kind of fighting it as well. That's definitely what I'm feeling. Like I said, a lot of this is turned inward. You've definitely withdrawn. There's no movement with these arrows. they're all pointing to one central arrow as if that is the leader, and that one hasn't, it's not going anywhere. It's like everything is just kind of in this holding pattern. You have strength, but you're focused on keeping all of your emotions locked tight. Which, you know, this is a reminder of avoid being distant and cold. In regards to who has the information you need, you have the answers to the questions that you're asking yourself. Or you may not have the answers, but you know how to get them, whether it's someone you know, whether it's the internet, whether it's even looking on their social media page. The answers are there in front of you, but for this relationship or for this connection to move on, there has to be some forward movement. And I'm not seeing any forward movement. The fear is real, and the fear that they can't offer you everything that they think you want, especially whether it's equality in the financial aspect, whether it's children, whether they don't want children, or they have children and they're scared that you don't want it. I mean, there's a lot of fear there. And because, again, this person is afraid that you don't see them as they really are, you see them as how they appear, and they're still really new to their emotions as well. This is definite them energy, definite you energy. I mean, they want the same things you want. They're just scared to take it. Their emotions are all over the place. You can see by the waves in the background hitting the rocks. And they're scared. And then with you emotionally withdrawing, I think that doesn't help the situation at all. It could be that you used to, if not text regularly or email regularly, that has definitely died off. And so that makes them hesitant to move their connection along or even give voice to their own feelings as well. Draw another card, one more card, please. What can group 2 do to advance their connection? Group 2 do to advance their connection. 4 of coins. 4, 4, 4. 4, 4, 4. 4 of coins. Queen of staves. Magic. Queen of arrows. I want to say that in order to advance this connection, you have to definitely get in touch with your emotional side. Well, it's great that you have the career portion and the financial aspect of yourself together, or the logical, hardworking aspect of yourself. The balance in this connection is off. You need to be open and receptive, and you need to share your emotions, because you're not. This cup between them and the athame is symbolic of the great right. And if you're thinking, what's the great right? Well, great right is the great right is the union between the feminine energy and the masculine energy. If you want to get dirty about it, it's about it inserting the penis into the vulva. It's sex. That is the great right. That is, you know, there's, if you follow sex magic, that is, you know, the way that you generate and raise energy. It's energy raising, pure and simple. And there's none of that. There's no union between male and female, masculine and feminine, divine energies. There's not. Again, you guys aren't you probably aren't even an official couple, or even an unofficial couple. There's a lot of fear there, and I think with having the Queen of Arrow and the Queen of Staves, and arrows are switched out for swords, and staves as wands, obviously. Once she feels comfortable in her power, and there's that balance there between the two of you, she's going to thrive. And I say she, I'm going by what the cards are telling me. Your person is going to thrive in that comfort and that knowledge and that secure knowledge of knowing that their emotions are returned, and you feel the same way that they feel about them, and it's more of an equal partnership. Whereas right now there's so much doubt on you know, whether you see them as they really are, whether you care about them as they want to believe you do. I think that's the overall meaning. You're going to have to open yourself up. Nobody likes opening themselves up emotionally. It sucks. The potential to be felt like you're an idiot, or that you imagine the whole thing, like, it's there. But that's part of the risk and reward of starting or having a compatible connection, is making yourself vulnerable and acknowledging that you're making yourself vulnerable. But then you get what you want, which is super nice. What do I want to? I'm going to draw some Moonology Oracle cards. Oh, wait, no, I'm going to draw some Romance Angel cards. It's been a hot minute since I've done these. What do group 2 need to know about this potential romantic connection? Children. Your love life is being affected by children. And I think it comes back to the 7 of Coins card. I know it's reversed, but I think that there's a real fear that either you want children and they don't, or they're afraid that they have children and you don't want those. And I think that's something that's holding them back from being an equal partnership in this relationship as well. Although I do get the feeling that for the children, it's that they want it, or that your person is afraid that you want children and they cannot give them to you, either because they don't want children or they are physically unable. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. I definitely feel that this is part of the illusion or the fear that this person is experiencing, and you may be experiencing it to some effect as well. And it may feel as if they pull back, then that means that they're not into you, so you pull back and they get the feeling, you know, vice versa. Let's draw one more. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So this is important. I really think this is important. If this connection is throwing you some red flags, you need to take a step back and find out why you want this connection and what positive aspects of it could it bring into your life. Now, this could also be for your person as well. If you continue to be cold and distant, then that is a warning to them that you are not going to be able to give them emotionally what they are seeking. So while I don't feel that this connection is abusive or emotionally dangerous, I think there are some things that you have to think about. But logic is great, but you have to be in balance with your emotions, and that came through in the other reading for pile 1 as well. And again, the overall energy of this card is Aquarius, which is, I know. You know everything that I'm telling. You're aware of everything that I'm telling you. But you have to accept it, acknowledge it, process it, and then move forward as best fits the situation. Now I'm going to do some Moonology cards. Whoa, nobody saw that. All right, so the first card we have, adjustments are required, third quarter moon. Communication is key, new moon in Gemini. And a win-win outcome is in the forecast, full moon in Libra. So communication is key, new moon in Gemini. I really feel that for this connection to thrive and to be fully functional, that there has to be communication. I feel right now you guys aren't in communication, or if you are, it is very, very sparse. You have to open up those channels of communication. You're going to have to adjust a lot in regards to yourself. What do you want out of this connection? What do you feel you need out of this connection? What do you feel you deserve out of this connection? In regards to your person as well, because they have their own separate thoughts and feelings, needs, wants, and desires that they're going to have to make adjustments for. That is the art of compromise, and that is super important in any relationship, whether it's personal or professional. A win-win outcome is in the forecast, full moon in Libra. You see there's balance here. I think eventually you guys do find the balance that is missing in the reversed magician. I definitely feel that it's in the cards. But they're, you know, avoid being distant and cold. You have to open yourself up. And again, I think that's also what the adjustments is opening yourself up to not only feeling that emotion, but expressing that emotion. And it is hard. It is hard to make yourself emotionally vulnerable. But if you do that, then your person makes themselves emotionally vulnerable. They get rid of the illusion. You overcome the fears and of the other person, because they know what to expect from you, from this connection, and what you want. And they can say, yes, I agree. Or it could even, you know what, you can just end up as really good friends. Pay attention to the red flags. This connection doesn't have enough chemistry or attraction to keep going. There's nothing wrong with realizing that maybe after getting what you want, it wasn't what you needed, or it wasn't for your highest good. This is all a learning process. I mean, again, a win-win outcome is in the forecast. I don't see that this connection fizzles out. The potential is there. Energy is energy, and especially when there's more than one person involved, the outcome could change, and that's just life. But a win-win forecast is, or a win-win outcome is in the forecast. There's balance, balance of the masculine and the feminine, the sexual and the romantic, the, you know, the platonic and everything else. So that is your reading, group 2. I hope that helped. I hope it made sense and it resonated for you. If it did, please give me a like. If you have any comments, questions, queries, leave them in the comments down below. I love positive or constructive feedback. And I hope you come back and check me out again sometime soon. Thanks. Bye-bye. Hey, pile 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose pile 3, you chose the Quartz and Tourmaline bracelet, as well as the Obsidian Arrowhead. Obsidian is a protection stone, clears negative energy, clears negative spaces, and is just a really good stone to have. Arrowhead also symbolizes forward movement. Again, protection, arrows, boom, firing them. So there you go. I did choose an energy card for the overall basis of this reading. For group 3, we got Capricorn. The phrase for Capricorn is I use. The questions you want to ask yourself is, what do I want? And what can I use to manifest it? Word of caution, avoid heartless ambition. Capricorns have a tendency to have a very strong work ethic, very nose to the grindstone. They have a goal. They're going to achieve that goal. And sometimes they get a little tunnel vision, as well as not paying attention to those who they are stepping on along the way to reach their success. So remember that. There's nothing wrong with being ambitious, but you can't use people and you can't step all over them. I'm going to use my Everyday Witch Tarot, courtesy of my wonderful friend Dana, who loves me and has given me the world and sent me awesome tarot cards. So thank you, Dana. Okay, what does Capricorn need to know this connection? What does Capricorn need to know? Okay, my dear sweet fellow Capricorns, right away, yeah. So obviously, we'll go over. The first card was the Five of Pentacles, followed by the Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Justice, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Death, Ace of Swords, and the Chariot reversed. So you, obviously with Death, there's transformation here. You are going to embark on a new course of learning. And it could be academic. I'm getting definitely more spiritual. So, and honestly, this reading could definitely apply to me right now. Like this is my pile if I were to choose one, for many reasons. So you're definitely going to have, embark on a new course of learning. For some of you, it's going to be academic. There's going to be several, I mean, I'm definitely getting university, college, bookstore vibes out of this. But for the majority of you, it's definitely going to be a spiritual learning. And so these are, there's going to be a whole new list of supplies that you'll need that you don't currently use in your everyday practice. You're going to have the opportunity to learn not only those who have come before you, but who are coming behind you as well. The newest seeker has knowledge to share just as much as the wise crone. And it's important that you don't discount that information just because of someone's relative newness to the craft or relative, or even in some, like a university, like a young professor or a young teacher, which you may be older than, like they're going to have that knowledge to share, and you need to be open and receptive for it. With the Justice card, I love how she's kind of peeking around, like she's got one eye. Justice isn't completely blind, and she's studying the law. You're going to keep an eye open and make sure that everything stays in balance. And I'm talking magic and mundane. I definitely get the feel that a lot of you are active practitioners of the craft, whatever path that may be. I do see you enjoying the new path. Like you're excited, you are ready to go, you've got your stuff, you're ready to hop on your broom and start this quest for knowledge. And it's going to open up pathways and neural pathways inside your brain that you weren't aware before. And it is going to transform you. I mean, it really is going to transform who you are as a person. And it's fine. Like, don't be scared. When one door closes, another door opens. You have to have the ending before you can have the beginning. You've got two ace cards here, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Creativity and passion, knowledge and learning, air for the east and fire for the south. Like, and you are triumphant in this power. You're gonna rock it. Absolutely. You've got the Seven of Pentacles. You're harvesting the crops in the field that you have tended, and it's plentiful, and you're calm and serene. So like, you got this. You shouldn't be scared of it. The Chariot reversed, it may feel as if at some point that you're not in control of your destiny. And I think the thing is you are in control. And you have to remember that. You don't want to hold on too tight, which is a fear here, which I think a lot of this learning process is learning to let go as well. If you hold too tight onto the wheel, you're not going to be able to turn and make those slight adjustments to give you a smooth and easy ride. And again, with the Capricorn energy card, you want to avoid heartless ambition, but you have the ability ability, excuse me, to manifest what you want. The trick, I think you find it hard, is realizing what it is exactly that you want. Once you have a firm commitment in your mind, you can use your ability to manifest to bring that into being. And by manifest, I don't mean you do a few incantations over a lit candle. I mean, you do the hard work. You do the hard work, and you find that balance between magical and mundane, and you find that balance between earth and sky and air and water, and you work it to your best advantage. It's all there waiting for you. Like, you have that ability and you can do it. I feel this is like, I feel really excited right now for you. I feel like you're excited about the new opportunities that are going to come your way. And I think the joy of learning something new and advancing, God, this deck could be me, is what you need at this moment. 8 of Swords and 7 of Wands. So transformation is never easy. And we actually had the conversation the other night at Samhain about how the 8 of Swords is the kinkiest card in the deck, which I find absolutely hilarious. But that's another reading for another day. It is reversed. Sorry, this is really personal for me, apparently. It's going to feel like there's a lot of energy coming your way. You're going to have to process that, and it may feel like that you are trapped or unable to see a way out. But if you look at this card, she's loosely bound. She's not even really tied. It's kind of just wrapped around. It's kind of just wrapped around her wrists. Like, I don't know if you can bring that in. I'm sorry. I'll have to work on my light. There's big gaps in the sword circle. She could easily remove herself from this situation. But I think she is scared of doing so, or feeling that she's not quite up to the task that is expected of her. But in the end, dude, she does it. Like, she grabs the sword. She's held triumphant. Transformation, death. Death is not something that we should fear. And I don't mean like how we're going to die. I don't even want to think about it at this point. But the actual, when it comes to tarot, this is just another form of transformation. You will be changed by this endeavor, but you are going to be badass about it. You're going to succeed. And I think, especially if we're older, and I do get the feeling that she's no longer a maiden. This is a matron. This is a mother. This is someone who has born children or raised children or has lived half of her life already. She's right in the middle between the youth and the crone. Going back to school or starting a new educational journey is scary. And the world has changed a lot since I was last in school, and I never made it to college. I got lost on the way. But I did have a 4-year education that laid the groundwork of the adult I was to become. And again, the person that I became, I wasn't this person, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 14 years ago. So don't be afraid of the change. Don't be afraid to seek knowledge. Again, with this Capricorn energy, you have this ambition to carry you forward, and you're going to manifest some amazing, amazing stuff in your life. And this whole new course of knowledge and study is like super exciting, and it's something that you've always wanted, and you may have started once or twice and like dropped it, or felt like, no, this is not it, this is not going to happen, I don't have the time, I'm not ready. But you're ready now to do this. And this transformation is just, it's going to be amazing for you, which is what I'm feeling. I'm going to draw some oracle cards. This is my Messenger Oracle. First card is have courage. Don't be scared. You are ready for this new chapter in your life. You are ready to start this new reviewing of self and seeking of new knowledge. Like, you are absolutely ready. Don't be scared. Heed the messengers. So in regards to heed the messengers, you're probably seeing signs or little weird synchronicities that are just like a word that you haven't heard before is now popping up, or you're starting to see commercials for the specific form of education that you have been wanting to pursue, or it's starting to be discussed more. So listen to the messages. They're pointing you down the right path. Make the sacrifice. Transformation does not come without sacrifice. Whether it's the hard work, whether it's the loss of personal time, whether it's dedicating yourself and taking away that free time where you used to like scroll social media or eat snacks or hang out with friends. If you have stuff that you need to do and you have a goal in mind, you need to do the work to manifest it. You can't just wish for something in hopes that it comes true. You have to do the work. You have to expend the energy required to bring that thought, that want, that desire into being. Show that you care. If you're given lessons, if you're giving assignments, if you're given tasks, do them to the best of your ability. Show them that you care, or show yourself that you care about forward progress, that you care about soul evolution, that you care about doing a job well, not because it brings you more recognition or more fame or more money, but doing a job well for the sake of doing the job well. I joke around at work and say any job worth doing is worth doing well, along with it's a great day to have a great day, and teamwork makes the teamwork, and that's why the teamwork. Pretty sure people think I'm insufferable. Don't care. Finally, honor Gaia. Take time in nature. I think it's really important, especially with election day coming up, to focus on nature and realign with those energies. We are going to have a technical shitstorm hit us within the next for the oncoming weeks. It is going to be super important for us to step back, take away, focus on bettering ourselves mentally, emotionally, politically, socially. And that's going to be important as well. And just connecting with the earth and with the rhythms and the ebb and flow of nature. Super important. I want to draw one more card. I love these cards as well. Protect the wild and green. The earth is our mother. Not to get witchy and spiritual, but she is our mother. And I think that comes with the honor Gaia as well. There's a lot of esoteric information that's going to come your way. There's a lot of logical analysis that you're going to have to dig deep in. And when I said disconnect from technology and go out into nature, I absolutely mean that. And also to protect it. Don't leave it as you find it. Okay, you're going to need that green space as like a last little oasis of normalcy and of hope and of growth, and that's going to be important to your spiritual practice. That's going to be important to your political ideology. That's going to be important to your quest for knowledge. Is you cannot forget the earth that has helped bring forth your own life. That makes sense. That got really heavy, so I'm going to do some star seeds. Affirmations, because they fit my tiny baby hands and I love them. And I lost one. Okay. First card is love. Live your truth and share the love that is in your soul. Abundance. When your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. And release. Release anything that keeps you from your path of authenticity. And I think that all comes into play, especially like I do honestly feel that there's going to be some formal education coming your way. Some formal education that you're very excited about that is going to further you along your path. Again, Capricorn, questions you want to ask. What do I want? What can I use to manifest it? and the warning of avoid heartless ambition. All the spiritual work that you're going to put forth will not mean jack shit if you are stepping on other people to obtain it, or you're being callous or cruel or heartless. And the lessons that you think you learn aren't going to stick, and you're going to have to relearn them over and over and over and over again. So release, love, and abundance. Those are the final 3 cards for your reading. That was it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope some of this resonated with you. If it did, like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment for any questions, comments, concerns, queries. Write them in the comment box below. I love constructive criticism. Please be nice. I'm a very gentle soul. As well as comments letting me know if it resonated. If nothing resonated, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you come back again sometime, and I'll see you guys someday soon. Thanks.